Today on CCX News, one of the most crash-prone intersections in the Northwest Metro, how drivers can help solve the problem. Hello and thanks for joining us. Every year, numerous crashes occur at the intersection on County Road 81 and I-94 in Brooklyn Park. As I found out, it's a problem that drivers can help solve. Every day, more than 33,000 vehicles travel the intersection of County Road 81 and I-94. The traffic volume makes it one of the 10 busiest segments of road in Hennepin County. Brooklyn Park Police say it's also one of the most dangerous.
We have more dangerous intersections. We have intersections that have more crashes, but this is definitely one of them that has a high number.
A public information request submitted to the city of Brooklyn Park found that since 2020, this intersection has been the site of 111 crashes. Police say distracted driving is part of the reason, with many of the crashes being rear-end collisions. But there's another issue at play.
One of them being the flashing yellow arrow. I think sometimes people don't understand that doesn't mean you get to just go.
During certain times of the day, cars turning onto 94 East have a flashing yellow arrow. It means they're supposed to yield to vehicles heading northbound. But police say yielding doesn't always happen, which leads to crashes or close calls.
That particular issue with the flashing yellow arrow, that's an issue at a number of intersections throughout the state. And I think probably it's more about the road design and the intersection design.
If folks out there agree that there's a flaw in the intersection design, Hennepin County wants to know about it.
We really appreciate when we hear from people about how they use our roadway system.
Tom Music is Hennepin County's Toward Zero Deaths coordinator. It's a program aimed at eliminating severe and fatal crashes on Hennepin County roads through public feedback.
Then we can take a closer look. We can look at the data. We can also make a field visit to that location and just discuss what are the options here. What can we do to try to improve safety here?
In the meantime, police urge drivers to pay attention to their surroundings.
You shouldn't be aggressively trying to turn against traffic. Wait until there's a safe opportunity. Stay off your device. Don't be distracted and pay attention to the flow of traffic.
If you have a safety concern on a Hennepin County road that you'd like to report, we have a link at ccxmedia.org. In Maple Grove, the City Council has approved plans for a new flagship Lifetime Club. It will be located south of Highway 610 and west of the Home Depot store. According to Lifetime officials, the club will be 115,000 square feet, significantly larger than the current Maple Grove Lifetime, offering many more amenities. Construction is expected to start this spring. A new program at Hennepin Technical College is giving a group of students with unique needs and talents a leg up in the job market. Kevin Miller found it's pairing their skills with a specialized teaching program.
We got to close the door first.
When it comes to job training,
So MDI, TU2, ATC4. There you go.
hands-on experience is the best you can get.
Attention to detail is the most important thing because we got to remember that quality is the most important thing for a company, right? Go ahead, take this over there.
Shong Lee has spent the last 10 weeks showing this group of kids their way around a machine shop.
This group of students have been learning, a lot of it is machining 101, right?
These students, who happen to have autism, have mastered tools of every variety.
They have learned everything that we could teach them to get a job in CNC machinist or become machine operator.
It's been a great introduction to the world of manufacturing.
I like how I can use my hands and apply my skills with math. It's been really good, and I think I would like to make a career out of it.
To struggle with it.
But for this group, training continues in the classroom.
This class is aimed at teaching the students soft skills, which is kind of the social aspect of working a job, which some people with autism might have struggle areas in. When you're interviewing for a job,
Success coach Gabe Miller says these students are coming away with more than a chance at a job.
it not only teaches them CNC machining, but it also gives them a community. It's a good community of people. We've really gotten to know each other really well.
In Brooklyn Park, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
The city of Osseo is celebrating 150 years this year. As Emily Haugen reports, its entire history is being commemorated in a book put together by volunteers.
A stroll down Osseo's Central Avenue is a quick reminder of its history.
Osseo is just really special because of the people and the businesses in town Everyone has a story.
And a look inside the black cabin is really no different.
These are paint pour glasses.
Historically, it was a paint and wallpaper store.
I have been coming actually to this store as a paint store when I was a kid. So my brother and I used to play in the front window.
Teresa Aho took over the shop in 2014. She made it her own and filled it with local art.
I have almost 30 local makers in my shop, which is amazing. And then not only that, but we have like one of our most local makers is the 150th book.
A 150-year history book that remembers the history of her shop and the city.
There were things that were there that I forgot about that I would come to as a kid, and I totally forgot about them, but seeing a picture just brought back all those memories.
For Osseo's 150-year celebration, a committee collected hundreds of moments, memories, and stories from the city's people and compiled it into 300 pages.
Part of why we like Osseo so much is that history.
Ann Schneider helped stitch together that history.
All the fires.
It's an expansion on the 100th anniversary book and an homage to the businesses who've been there all along.
There are still a lot of businesses that are still around that were there in 1975 that are here in 2025. So that says a lot, I think, about Osseo too.
Now it's on display by and for the people it documents.
This is what we've done in 150 years, Osseo. So I think being able to celebrate that history with Osseo, the residents, people who have left Osseo, have come back to Osseo, being able to celebrate with them.
Emily Haugen, CCX News.
You can pick up the book for a $20 donation at the Black Cabin and a number of other Osseo businesses.
Coming up Labor Day weekend, 4 new members will join our CCX Sports Hall of Fame. Leading up to that, we're taking a look back at last year's class. Here's Jay Wilcox with a story of Armstrong's Dominique Thompson.
She's one of the better volleyball players ever from the Northwest Suburbs and went on to excel at a high-level Division I program. We welcome 2010 Armstrong graduate Dominique Thompson, now Dominique Darbaki, to our CCX Hall of Fame.
It's an honor. I immediately shared it with my parents and I was like, this is crazy that I've been chosen, selected. It means a lot to me, and it's a good reminder that there was some good glory days as I'm in the thick of it with 2 toddlers right now, that I was good at what I did back in the day.
Offensively, she's one of the best volleyball players in the state.
That was then Armstrong volleyball coach Carl Katzenberger's assessment of Dominique during her senior season in the fall of 2009. She became that good, all-state good, in pretty short order, after being far more interested in basketball than volleyball at first.
I mean, I started out high school volleyball on the freshman volleyball team. That was like my first year of volleyball. And so I didn't even know what to expect for myself. I didn't want to play volleyball. All my family played volleyball and I just didn't want to. I want to stay away from it. And so my expectations were a little bit low on myself until probably my junior year when I realized what I was capable of.
She gave up basketball to focus on volleyball after 10th grade, but Dominique was also a star in a second high school sport, track.
4 years she went to state. She went to state in 200, 100. 100. She also was on our 4x1, 4x2 relays that went to state. Had a real good career. Great teammate, great captain, on and off the field. Her leadership was excellent. You couldn't ask for a better student athlete.
Track was definitely just a side thing. My parents, like I said, they didn't care what sports we did, but we just had to do sports. And so they said I had to do something, and track worked, and I was kind of good at track. And so I just kept doing it. And then I did end up going to state in track a few times, and that was really fun. So that made me want to keep doing it.
She's still on Armstrong's record board as part of 2 outstanding relay teams. After her high school career, Thompson accepted a volleyball scholarship to play for the University of Wisconsin, at a time when she still had a lot of room to grow as a player.
I definitely think I was a late bloomer in sports in general. And so I was behind, actually, a lot of the kids that were good. I could do some good stuff, but I didn't have like all my skills put together until, honestly, like senior year, freshman year of college is when it started like all click and come together, and I felt very confident in my skills. So I think there was a benefit for me physically just because I was still growing and all of that. So it all kind of came together a little bit later, but it was definitely a steep learning curve.
Dominique was a key player in a Wisconsin program that soared during her career, rising from a 500 team near the bottom of the Big Ten to an NCAA runner-up during her time in Madison.
I mean, being a Badger in general is super cool. You have the amazing support from the community always. My last 2 seasons were incredible. Things I had never dreamed of doing. Playing in a national championship and being a Big Ten champion were incredible experiences. The feelings that you have playing with your teammates when you're very good is amazing, but also just watching us continue to grow and learn and how to continue to be better while we were in college was really cool. So those last 2 years, we just reached levels that we didn't know we could reach.
Thompson earned all-regional status as a junior and was an honorable mention All-American selection as a senior, finishing second in blocks for the Badgers in all 4 seasons she played.
Be sure to watch Labor Day weekend for the 2025 Hall of Fame show here on CCX for the 4 new members of our Hall. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.